Hi, good evening, all of you. I'm Amsaleka Chandrasegaran. So today we are going to discuss about economics paper, right? It's from AAT 1, right? Then today what I'm going to discuss is about section B and C. Okay, what are the main important things will be tested? We are going to discuss in today's discussion session, right? Okay. Then here section B, there are question number 2, 3, 4 and 5. 4 questions are given, right? And question number 6, it's about section C, that is for 20 marks. Okay. And in section B, each question is given with 10 marks. So one by one, we will discuss how to answer these questions. Okay. So in question number 2, very first category, I asked in simple A, briefly explain how the basic economic problems are solved in market economic system. Okay, very first, do you know what are the 3 types of market economic system existed? There are 3. Okay, what are they? One is about market economic system. It also can be named as free market economic system, capitalist economic system. Number 2, you can say it's about command economic system, right? Number 2 is about what? Command economic system. That also can be named as socialist economic system, planned economic system. Okay, and third one is about mixed economic system. Okay, so what is first one? Market economic system. Number 2 is about command economic system, and third one is about mixed economic system. In market economic system, private sector participation is greater. And in command economic system, government participation is greater, right? Okay, government participation is greater. It does not mean there is no private. Comparing to private, government participation is greater. But in free market economy, comparing to government participation, private participation is greater. But when you come to mixed economy, these two participation is somewhat equal and both are somewhat stronger. Right, in free market economics, since private participation is greater, they work towards earning profit. So what is their main objective? Profit maximization. So in command economy, then there is a government participation is greater. Therefore, their main objective is to earn and going to get social welfare. Their main aim is to achieve social welfare. But in the mixed economic, both parties work together. Then market economic system, command economic system, I mean together, private, public, together they work in mixed economic system, right? So private and public both work together in mixed economic system. So I told about what are the 3 economic system: market, command and mixed. And this question is asked how the basic economic problems are solved. So before I go how these problems are solved in market economic system, tell me first what is this basic economic problem. So these are fundamental economic problems faced by all the countries in this world because all the resources are limited, but they have unlimited human wants. So how are they going to fulfill this? Then the problem arises. So these problems are known as basic economic problems. Very first one is about what and how much to produce. Okay, so number 1 is about what, dear? Very first one is about what? What and how much to produce. Okay, what and how much to produce. What and how much to produce. Then next question is about how to produce. Okay, how to produce. And third one is about whom to produce. So these are the three basic economic problems, right? What and how much to produce. Number two is about how to produce. And third one is about whom to produce. So as I said earlier, free market economic system is going to solve these three basic problems based on profit. Okay, whether they can get something from this solving the problems. Therefore, what and how much to produce, they are going to solve. Again, I'm going to say based on profit. Therefore, higher amount of resources are given for higher profitable goods. Higher amount of resources are given for higher profitable goods. Then lower amount of resources are allocated for less profitable goods. This is how they solve what and how much to produce under market economic system, right? So what means whether to produce the capital goods or the consumer goods, they have problem because they have only limited resources, land, labor, capital, and entrepreneurship. So since these all are limited, they want to find out what to produce, whether to produce capital goods or the consumer goods. And if they decide what to produce, under that how much they want to produce, they want to decide since they have limited amount of resources. That's what I said, limited amount of resources. Therefore, higher resources are given for higher profitable goods and lower resources are given for less profitable goods. This is how what and how much to produce will be solved. So the next question is about how to produce. Again, another problem comes. They have alternative uses, therefore they want to decide how to produce with the available technology. They have two different technology, right? They have two different technology, right? They have two technology. One is labor intensive. Okay, first one is about what? Labor intensive. And number two is about capital intensive. So they have two different type of technologies. One is the labor intensive, another one capital intensive. Labor intensive means labor participation is more than capital. Labor participation is more than capital, whereas capital intensive, capital participation is greater than labor. Capital means use of machineries, buildings, technologies, equipment, IT system. So these all are under the capital. So it's basically about machinery work. Labor work, it's about the human work. So labor intensive, where human work is greater than capital. Capital intensive, machinery work is greater than human work. Therefore, they want to choose one. Same thing, since market economic system is going to fully focus on profit maximization, which technology can work more effectively, which technology can work more effectively with less cost. They are also not going to spend more. They are not willing to spend more. So less cost, but their effectiveness in the working should be higher. Right? That's how they are going to solve how to produce, right? Okay, they are going to select the technology, whether capital intensive or labor intensive, based on higher performance with less cost. Right? Higher performance with less cost. Therefore, the last problem is about what? Whom. So, whom to produce? So, they focus on profit. So, they need profit. Therefore, the society which has greater purchasing power. Greater purchasing power. Then what is the meaning of purchasing power? Do you have any idea what is purchasing power? Ability to buy. Ability to buy. It comes from your income. Okay. So it comes from your income. What is your basic factor income? For land, rent, salary given for labor, interest given for capital, profit given for entrepreneurship. So these are the basic income they get. So according to their income, purchasing power, ability to buy comes. So according to the people demand. So that demand comes from what? Their purchasing power. Okay. So this ability to buy comes from, okay, they demand. Right? Okay. So they are going to buy, willingness. So their willingness to buy comes towards this ability to buy, right? Okay. So here, greater purchasing power decides whom to produce, right? Then market economic system, they need what? Profit. So in order to need profit, they look into the demand. So why are they going to demand? Because they have what? Purchasing power. Okay, dear. So these two are what, dear? Interrelated, right? Okay. So ability to buy, it comes from your demand. Right? Okay. Demand. So if they are willing to buy, then they are ready to spend more. If they are willing to buy, they are ready to spend more. So they have more purchasing power. So demand comes through what? Demand comes through what? Ability to buy. Okay, so demand is determined by ability to buy. So if they have greater purchasing power, then they are willing to buy more. Then producer, in point of market economic system, they produce goods which greater demand comes from market. Okay, therefore greater purchasing power. Greater purchasing power means what? Ability to buy. Therefore, ability to buy means they are ready to buy, no? That means they are willing to buy. So, ability to buy, so they come to the market to buy the product. So, higher ability, higher willingness comes. So, people are ready to spend more. Then accordingly to those products, they allocate resources and given to the people who are ready to buy higher profitable things. This is how the basic economic problems are solved in market economic system. Okay, then you want to write under what and how much to produce, how to produce, whom to produce. Okay, so what and how much, higher profitable, higher resources are allocated, like then how to produce, selecting the technology which is more profitable, more effectiveness, but with less cost. And whom to produce, it comes from demand. So demand means they have ability to buy. So more ability, more demand comes. Then they are ready to give more goods to those people, those group of people. That is how the basic economic problems are solved. Okay, that is your question number 2, simple A part. Okay, question number 2, simple A part. Then B is about state 4 characteristics of labor. There are 4 factors of production. Right? There are 4 factors of production: land, labor, capital, entrepreneurship. Therefore, B is about labor. I'm talking about labor. So labor means what? It is a life factor. Okay, it is a life factor. Perfect mobility. Okay, there you can shift. Perfect mobility. Not homogeneous. They are not same. Okay, dear, they are not same, not homogeneous. And for the labor, salary is given, right? So these 4 characteristics you can include, then directly you can get marks, 2 marks given, right? State 4 characteristics of labor as a factor of production, right? So it is a life factor, perfect mobility, and it is not homogeneous. Labor is different, okay dear? How I work and how others work, there are some difference, right? Okay, whatever the labor activity you take, you can see some difference among the working patterns. So we all are not same in working, so not homogeneous, and the return is given to the labor is what? Salary. That is your big question, right? So under question number 2, we first discussed about how the basic economic problems are solved in market economic system, okay? What and how much to produce, how to produce, and whom to produce. Number 2 is about what are the characteristics of factors of production given. So 4 I stated. Now C, simple C part. What is an economic system? What is an economic system? So it is about what? An economic system. Yeah. System is about mechanism. System is about mechanism created by society. Created by society. Okay, what is an economic system, right? Created by society. That is a mechanism, okay, technique, right? It's about the technique, you can see, right? It's about technique or the mechanism established or created, found by society to fulfill what? To fulfill what, dear? Our basic expectation. That means what? Basic expectation kya pute solving what? Basic economic problems. Basic economic problems. Right? To solve the basic economic problems, okay? So an economic system, it is a mechanism or a technique created or established or found by society in order to solve these basic economic problems, okay? We need to fulfill our human needs and wants, right? Okay, so it is about solving the basic economic problems, right? Our wants are unlimited, needs are limited, right? Due to that problem, dear, we need to find the way how the problems can be solved. So the technique, so accordingly, that economic system I told, okay, profitable motive people are known as market economic system. Social welfare base is about command economic system, and third one is mixed economic system, okay, that is created by human beings. So their main aim is to solve what? Basic economic problems. So what are the 2 basic features can be included? So it can be the market economic system or the command economic system or the mixed economic system. There are some people, I mean, criterias you can see, okay? You can see some criterias, right? Household, there is household, there is business firm, there is business firm, there is government, there is government, right? Labor union, incentives, right? Laws and legislations, likewise, whatever you can write. Okay, so here the B part I explained what are the characteristics of labor. Now the C part is what is an economic system. So it is a mechanism created by society to solve the basic expectation. That means to solve basic economic problems. So basically these are the features can be included under whatever the economic system you take. It can be the market economic system or command economic system or mixed economic system, whatever you take, these somewhat, these all are the basic features will be added, right? So altogether, question number 2 given with 10 marks, okay? First question, how market economic system is going to solve basic economic problem. Number 2 is about what are the 4 characteristics of labor. And third C part, I explained what is an economic system. Okay, now let's move into question number 3. All right. Okay, you are given with the following QD and the QS function. So QD is given 80 minus 6P. 80 minus 6P. And the quantity supplied is given minus 20 plus 4P. Minus 20 plus 4P. So here market equilibrium price and quantity is asked. So price, we want to find the market equilibrium price. So we need to find the market equilibrium price and market equilibrium quantity. That is your first step asked. Calculate market equilibrium price and quantity. So you know, if market is taken, there is downward sloping demand line and upward sloping supply line. So you can see the equilibrium point, that is equilibrium price and quantity is found. So this is just a graphical presentation and this is not the actual situation. Okay, just prediction. Okay, dear, that is the prediction how the market will function. So there is downward sloping demand line and upward sloping supply line. So the point at which both intersect is about market equilibrium. During this time, QD equals QS. So you are going to find during this time what is EP and EQ, equilibrium price and quantity. So I said in this point QD equals QS. Now we are going to find it, right? Okay. QD equals QS. What is the QD formula given? 80 minus 6P and QS formula is given minus 20 plus 4P. So I'm going to group according to their uniqueness. I mean number figures are in one side, P's are in another side. So minus 20 becomes plus 20 here, 4P here, it becomes 10P. Then 100, am I wrong here? 6. So here 6 comes, 6P. Then only the total will be 10. Therefore, P to find out, 100 divided by 10. So your price is what? 10, found. So this is your equilibrium price, okay? So I took 20 here and 6 to this side. So altogether 10 and altogether 100. So I'm going to divide by 10. The price is found. Therefore, your equilibrium price is 10. So equilibrium price is what, dear? 10. So this 10 you can substitute in any of these two because during this time both equal. Therefore, you can substitute in QD or QS. In the place of P, 10 will be applied and you can find out the quantity, equilibrium quantity. Therefore, QD equals, you take 80 minus 6P, then 6 into 10, 60 and 220 units, 20 units, right? Therefore, equilibrium price is rupees 10 and the equilibrium quantity is 20 units. 20 units. Same whether you understood or not. So we found the market equilibrium side. What is equilibrium price and quantity? So downward sloping demand line, upward sloping supply line because it has positive relationship. Demand has the negative. So the point we found market equilibrium price and quantity 20 units. Okay. Right. During this time, they are asking your economic surplus, total economic surplus. Therefore, economic surplus is addition of consumer surplus and producer surplus, right? Addition of consumer surplus and producer surplus. So, consumer surplus, this is your consumer surplus. Consumer surplus. And this triangle belongs to producer surplus. So these together, it is about economic surplus. Okay, these together, you can say economic surplus. Okay, then entire triangle. Entire triangle is about what, dear? Economic surplus. So what is the requirement given here? Calculate a total economic surplus at an equilibrium level. So during this equilibrium level, you want to find the economic surplus. Okay, don't waste your time of calculating separately consumer surplus and producer surplus. Together itself, economic surplus means this bigger triangle you can take. Okay, dear, this bigger triangle you can take. Therefore, you know, half into base into height is the area, how triangle area is found. Okay, then this is your height, base and height. Okay, wait, half into base. So this is your base, and if you take this as the height, dear, no problem, we found it. Okay, 20 units. Okay, dear, 20 units we found. That's not the big deal. But we need to find out what is the maximum consumer price. We need to find the maximum consumer price. And we need to find the minimum supplier price. We need to find the minimum supplier price. Okay, therefore, what is the highest price to find? So QD equals, so okay, I need the maximum consumer price. Maximum consumer price. I need the maximum consumer price. So QD given as 80 minus 6P. So we need this point. Therefore, Q if 0, what is the price? If quantity becomes 0, what is this price? Quantity 0 means what is your price? So if quantity 0, 80 minus 6P. So this minus I can take to this positive figure, and P will be found by dividing it. Therefore, 80 minus 6. What is your answer? 80 minus 6. If I'm correct, 13.3. 13.3. Right? So 13.3. 13.3. Therefore, the next step is to find what? Minimum supplier price. Okay, you need to find the minimum supplier price. Right. QS equals minus 20 plus, minus 20 plus 4P given, right? Same story. If Q is 0, what is this price? If Q 0, what is your price? Q 0, what is your price? So this is in positive, no? Don't take this side. Minus, let's take to this side, it becomes positive. Then you divide. What's your answer? It's 5. Am I correct? Yes, 5. So you took the price, this 5. So you took the price 5. Therefore, now it's very easy to find out the economic surplus answer. Half into base into height. Half into base into height. So half. So if you take whatever the base into height, anyhow you can take, right? So base is the difference. You can tell 13.3 minus 5 into height is here. See, this is your height. This is your height means it's equals here. It means 20, no? 20. Right. Therefore, what are you going to do now? 13.3 minus 5, 8.3 into 20, and you are going to divide by 2. 2. Then your answer is rupees 83. This is how you want to find economic surplus, okay? So here, QD and QS function is given. So graphically, if I present, this is your equilibrium point. Equilibrium price and equilibrium quantity is the first requirement. So two formulas together, I solved by taking the numbers in one side, P is in another side. So I found first P. Then that P I substituted. Then 20 units is found. So we know this EQ is 20, EP is 10. But the next question is about total economic surplus. So the entire bigger triangle will be taken. For that, you need to first find the maximum consumer price. And number 2, I mean the minimum supplier price. We need to find. So after finding, I solved according to the area of triangle, half into base into height. So the final answer will be rupees 83. Clear? Yes, I think so. Right. Same question number 3, B part is given. Briefly explain long run production. Yeah, it should be the short run production process. Okay. So the B part is asked what is a short run and what is long run. Right? What is short run? What is long run? Here, you can separate like what is current asset, non-current asset, current liability, non-current liability according to specific number of years, like less than 1, greater than 1. But short run, long run cannot be differentiated by specific time period, okay? Because all the businesses are not same. So the nature of business is different, the size of the business is different, the industry in which it operates is different, the technology what they use, that is also different. Therefore, you cannot say how many years or a months or a weeks or days taken to do the business under short run and long run. Okay. But what is short run? It is the time period where the producers are unable to change, okay? Unable to change the factor. Unable to change, right? Unable to change. So there are some certain factors unable to change. It means if at least one factor fixed, it remains under short run. Okay, dear. So that is the time period that producer is unable to change. So at least if one factor remains fixed, the business is still running under short run. So short run means there are 2 factors now. Some are variable, some are fixed. Some are variable, changing category, variable, labor, raw material. Fixed means building, machinery, technology, furniture fittings, motor vehicle, likewise you can say under fixed, okay? So at least if one factor remains fixed, that means the producer is unable to change. So then they have changing factor and unchanging factors, they are fixed. Therefore, what is the theory? We will apply to short run. What is the theory applied to short run? Short run is about law of diminishing marginal returns. Law of diminishing marginal returns. Okay, law of diminishing marginal returns. Right, law of diminishing marginal returns. Likewise, what is long run? It is the time period able to change, The producer is able to change. Therefore, all the factors are what? All the factors are variable. All the factors are variable. Even whatever the factors I said fixed under short run, they also become variable under long run, because it's like they are moving into long run. Okay, the big business. So large scale business. So they have ability because they have good finance, good marketing, good strategies they have. So they can change the factors. So there is no any fixed factor. All the factors are variable. All the factors are variable. Therefore, long run is where the time period that producer can change all the factors. So all the factors are known as what? A variable. Therefore, the theory is about law of returns to scale. So if these points are applied, then correct, because they are asking you to briefly explain. So under the long run, say there are the factors that producer is unable to change. At least if one factor remains fixed, that is under the short run. Therefore, both factors are included, variable and fixed. And the short run theory applied under law of diminishing marginal return, right? Then long run, able to change all the factors, so all becomes what? Variable, and the law is about returns to scale. That's how you want to separately explain short run production process and long run production process, okay? B, under first part I explained you. Now number 2 is about the table. Table is asked to find out average fixed cost. So B under first one is explained, and number 2 I'm going to explain about average fixed cost, right? Average fixed cost, okay? Then how to find out average fixed cost? Average fixed cost is found by total fixed cost dividing by Q, right? Therefore, very first one, total fixed cost. Total fixed cost remains constant, right? So first one you're going to divide by 10, and you're going to divide by 20, and you're going to divide by 30. So it will be the 100, it will be the 50, and it will be the 33.3 if I'm correct, right? So this is how you're going to fill the table. They asked about to find average fixed cost, right? 100, and first one 50, and third one is about 33.3. Okay. So we look into the fourth question. It's about a demand for money. Right. Demand for money. Actually, what is demand first? What is demand? Willingness. Therefore, demand for money means what? Willingness to keep money. What is demand for money? Willingness to keep money. Willingness to hold currency. Okay, so demand for money, willingness to hold money with you. What are the purposes? Why should we hold money? there are many motives. Okay, basically there are three. Right, first one is about transaction motive, because regularly we need to buy goods and service for our life. Therefore, very first point is about transaction motive. Very first motive is about what? Transaction motive. Next one, for emergency, if something happens, what to do? Unexpected things can occur. Therefore, to save our life in future or protect our life in future from unexpected conditions, if we keep money, if we are willing to hold money, that is about precautionary. Okay, precautionary motive. And third one is about speculative motive. In order to earn any return, just in future sometimes to invest and get some return. For that purpose, if you are willing to hold money, that is about speculative motive. Okay, so what is demand for money? It is the amount of currency that the people are willing to hold for different purposes. Is about demand for money. Basically, there are three. One is the transaction motive, and number two is about precautionary motive, and third one is about speculative, to earn some return. For that purpose, if money is held by people, then that is about what? Speculative motive. Okay, that is about simple A. And B, what is B? Electronical money. State three reasons. Why are we going to use this electronical money? It's easy, right? Okay, one is easy. Right? Okay, dear. Security. Okay, portable. Or that means you can do wherever you go, right? Okay, dear. International wise, it can be used. International wise, it can be used. Okay, so any of the three reasons you can say electronical money. Okay, dear. You can say easy and quick settlement. Okay, internet. Usable. Okay, portable means what? Wherever you go, you can do it, right? Okay, if you know your mobile or through whatever the electronical, via the electronical support, you can do it, right? So anything you can tell under this B, uses of electronical money. Okay, then state two causes of inflation and briefly explain one of the above two causes. Okay, so right, what is inflation? C. I'm going to explain about C. Right. Why inflation comes? So there are two reasons for inflation. Okay, there are two reasons. Actually, what is inflation? If general price level is continuously increasing, it is about inflation, right? If general price level is increasing continuously, it is about inflation. Why is it happened? Okay, dear. Why this is a problem created? Why this is created? There are two reasons. Okay, the two reasons comes from two different market forces. Okay, what are the two market forces? One is the demand, another one supply. So if you are unable to change your supply during that time, if demand is going to increase, okay, you are not now unable to stimulate your supply. After meeting your full production, full employment, you have no resources. Therefore, there is no any stimulation in supply. During that time, if people are willing to buy more, then demand will be automatically increasing. Right, demand will be automatically increasing. So that is known as demand pull inflation. Demand pull inflation. Another reason is supply decreasing. We are unable to increase supply. But if it is possible that any situation, if we need to decrease the supply, it is possible. We can do it. But the thing we can't increase. Okay, according to the demand, we are unable to increase, but we are able to decrease according to the market occurrences. Okay, dear. So, demand is constant. Okay, dear. Demand no change, but supply is decreasing. Due to that, no quantity available at the market. Okay, no quantity available at the market. Through this, if a general price level is going to increase, that inflation is known as cost push inflation. Okay, dear, cost push inflation. Why your supply is going to decrease? Because of what reason? There can be increase in the price of raw material, imported intermediary goods, import, salaries are increasing. It's a cost to the company, right? Okay, to the business firm. So if any unfavorable change happens, if any unfavorable change happens, due to that, if supply is going to decrease, since there is no any while demand remains constant, during the time your supply decreases. If that happens and it leads general price level increasing, that inflation is known as what? Cost push inflation. Okay, if I want to explain you graphically how this demand pull inflation comes, okay, dear, how the demand pull inflation comes. See. Okay. So your supply is increasing, okay, increasing. But once it meets full employment level. Full employment means what? All the available resources are maximum utilized. Okay, what is full employment? All the available resources are optimal level utilized. Okay, so it means your aggregate supply can increase till it meets full employment. After that, now all the available resources are met, okay, used. Then after that, no any change in aggregate supply. Okay. So till this point, your demand can be met. Till this point. Why? Your supply also increasing. Till this point, you can meet aggregate demand. Further, if aggregate demand is going to increase. Okay, so now this is up to the point. You can be here with, aggregate supply is also increasing, and it also can be met with aggregate demand. Further, from this point upward, if demand is going to increase, see, no change in the quantity, but general price level will be increasing. See, so general price level has gone up, but still you are in the same queue, because after the full employment is met, you have no improvement in supply, right? Okay, current situation you can tell like no improvement, but you're asking more, then automatically general price level will be increasing. This is how demand pull inflation comes. Okay, now what is this cost? Wait. Okay. Okay. Now you have demand. Okay, dear. Now you have demand. Right? You have demand, right? Because no demand. But your supply is there is your supply, no? So this is how price is met. But now supply is going to decrease. I told you the reason. Decrease means leftward shift. So if your aggregate supply is going to shift to the left, okay, dear, it is decreasing. Your real quantity is less. So your quantity has dropped in the market, and price level is going to be increased. This comes through cost push inflation, right? Demand pull. Yes, see, two-way general price level will be increasing, right? This is no change, okay, after meeting the full employment. So after no resources will be available, after onwards, if aggregate demand is going to increase, can't do anything, okay, existing quantity, then general price level will be increasing. But here, possible supply, but that possible supply also will be declined due to the problem of what? Okay, higher tax imposition, price increase in the price of input, intermediary good, import price has gone up, whatever you are going to use in your production, salaries and wages are going to be increased. Due to that reason, if supplies are discouraged, aggregate supply will be shifting to leftward, and that leads to increase in price level, quantity will be declined. That is how inflation occurs. Okay, what are the two reasons? One is the demand pull inflation, another one is cost push inflation. Okay, understood? Right. Now we are moving into question number 5. So what is your question number 5? State 3 reasons. Okay, dear, state 3 reasons why dollars are demanded. Demanded means why we need demand. I mean dollars. Okay, sorry. Why we need dollars. Okay, what are the reasons why we need dollars? In order to spend on certain matters, right? Okay, to pay our loan, or to pay interest, repay, and to import goods, to somewhat going for a foreign visit. Likewise, okay, so what are the reasons? What are the reasons why dollars are demanded? Okay, why dollars are demanded? Okay, you can say to import goods. It's question number 5. Yeah, simple A part, to import goods, to repay loan, to pay for a loan interest, okay, to go for foreign tours. So likewise, anything you can write. So why you need demand? Okay. Number B, state 3 measures taken to reduce the impact of currency depreciation, right? Okay. So currency depreciation is about our value has gone down. I mean, if our value has gone down means we need to spend more to buy other foreign currency. Okay, other foreign currency. Okay, we need to pay more to buy the foreign currency. So what can we do? Okay, basically you can tell to find out, okay, to find out export, okay, the diversification, right? Okay, you can go through the agreement with other countries to find out the opportunity where we can export the product. Okay, dear. So where the market is possible, you can sell your product. So how you can capture the market? Okay, so what are the measures there? You can not depending on, like, it's not too much possible, but you can reduce depending on the raw material or the intermediary good imported from other countries. So you can find our local resources. Okay, like the way, if we are becoming self improvement, with through self improvement, any self production, reducing depending on others. So by that way, if you can improve yourself, I mean, in the country wise, if we can improve, then we can come to upper level slightly. Then the currency depreciation can be little bit can be declined. Okay, totally we can't do anything. Okay, but step by step, we can find the strategies how this currency depreciation can be reduced. Okay, you can find the market with different diversification, right? Okay, through the many agreement, right? Okay, you can capture the market. Like not depending on the intermediary or the input too much from foreign country. You can find our own local resources. Through that way, you can take some measures to reduce this currency depreciation, right? So it's about the B part. Okay, now I'm currently discussing about question number 5, simple A. I said why the dollars are demanded. Okay, so in order to spend, okay, dollars to spend, it can be to repay loan or the interest to go for a travel abroad, to import goods, likewise to spend, dollars are demanded. And B, I told how to reduce the impact of currency depreciation, right? Okay, you can state, not to explain, I'm talking about state. So point form you want to inform, I mean write. Okay, point form you want to tell. Okay, so find the new market through the agreement. Okay, not depending too much on input. Likewise, you can mention in a point form, you can score marks here. And C is about something mathematical presentation, right? So C is about mathematical presentation. Suppose the output that two countries, United Kingdom and Japan, can obtain from two products, potatoes and pepper. Okay, dear, potatoes and pepper, by using 1 unit of labor per day are given in the following table. Okay, so here I asked about comparative advantage theory, right? I talked about comparative advantage theory. So the two countries and two products are given. Practically, we are not only trading with one country, right? Okay, the only no two countries are trading. Practically, there are multilateral agreement also going on, not only the bilateral. So, but for the easiness in understanding what this theory says about, okay, what is this comparative advantage theory? What is absolute advantage theory? There are two theories. Okay, for an example. Okay, for an example, okay, I will explain how to do the absolute. Then we will come to the real question, how to find comparative. Suppose they can ask one of these two, even sometimes in MCQs. So I will just explain. But it is not given in the paper, but paper I ask about a comparative advantage. Okay, so I'm talking about international trade. So first theory, dear, we will go for absolute. Okay. Now suppose, now I told you, right, we keep some assumptions in order to provide easy explanation about absolute advantage theory and comparative advantage theory. This is for an example, but real question I will come, right, okay, how this comparative advantage theory will be explained, okay. Now, now you may have a confusion from which side the solution is to be taken. Okay, the solution where how which side to be taken, right? Because here also two column and two rows are given, which way, right? So are you going to produce a product or a country? That's the basic question you can raise. So you are going to produce a product, not the country. So first check which side product details given. Okay, the which side product detail is given. So country in column. Now product is given in the row wise. Okay, dear. So it is given in the row wise here. This is right. Absolute advantage theory says you which has greater output. Okay, which has greater output to the country, then that country gets absolute advantage, because we can't produce country, right? Okay, so country is given in the column. You are not going to produce a country, you are going to produce a product. To find out the absolute advantage theory base, the best product. So if it is A, 20 or 80, which is highest? Yeah, 20. Okay, first mark the 20. Now A product highest answer is 20. Then tell what is your country. Ah, right, X country. Okay, dear. And B product, check which is the higher, 12. Which is higher, 12. Now you can see which country. Okay. Very easy, absolute advantage theory, right? Okay, X country and Y country. So two different product type, just unknown figure like A product, B product given. So suppose they ask you to find under absolute advantage theory, first find product. Suppose product is given in the column wise you want to choose. Okay, column wise you want to choose, because directly you can find the answer from absolute. No any confusion like comparative. Okay, dear, comparative we want to do based on opportunity cost. Okay, so here dear, it's very easy, absolute. So which side the product is given, accordingly you are going to choose the answer. Now product is given in the row wise if what is the highest, and go to the country. B product, what is the highest, and find out what country is that. Then you are going to say X country is absolute advantage for. Absolute advantage for the production of a product. Likewise, Y country is absolute advantage for the production of B product. This is how you are going to state the answer, right? Okay, so X country is absolute advantage for A product and Y country is absolute advantage for the production of B product. This is, I just explained. Suppose this is tested under absolute, but my real question is given with two countries and two product. How to find out under comparative advantage theory? Okay, absolute I explained you. Now comparative advantage theory, how to tell you. I will erase and I'm going to comparative. Right, let's go for comparative advantage theory. Yeah, potato, pepper. Right. So this is the table given in my real question on the paper, question number 5. C, simple C part, okay? Simple C part, comparative advantage theory. Actually, to find the answer from comparative advantage theory, right? In order to find the answer from comparative advantage theory, we must to apply opportunity cost table. I mean, through the formula, opportunity cost formula, through that table should be prepared. Then only you can find out which country is comparative advantage for which production. Okay, which country is comparative advantage for which production. By the way, can you all remember how to find opportunity cost? It is about foregone units divided by increased unit. Okay. Before moving into how we can apply opportunity cost into this table, understand the real meaning of this table given. Okay. United Kingdom can produce 12 units of potato. Okay. 12 units of potato or 6 units of pepper. What is the meaning of this table? United Kingdom, UK, can produce 12 units of potato or 6 units of pepper. Now my question is, or, right? I said or. If potato is produced by UK, can they produce pepper? No, by utilizing the resources, okay, by 1 unit of labor, he can produce 12 units of potato or 6 units of pepper. Therefore, if potato is produced, they can't produce pepper, and if pepper is produced, they can't produce potato. Okay, they can produce potato or pepper by using 1 unit of labor. Likewise, okay, if Japan, 2 units of potato can be produced or 4 units of pepper can be produced. If 2 produced under potato, 4 pepper cannot be produced. If 4 pepper can be produced, 2 potato cannot be produced. So one should be sacrificed in order to do another production. Okay, that is how this table is explained. Okay, so absolute is a very easy way finding the highest through the product. So through the product, okay, through the product only you want to find. Here the product is given column. So column wise means here see column wise potato has 12 the highest, and pepper wise 6 also highest, the same country. So you are going to tell UK has absolute advantage for the both production of potato and pepper. Japan has nothing. That is easy way just to find out the highest answer. Remember, absolute advantage is directly found through where the way product is given. But comparative, it is not like that. You want to do the opportunity cost table. So in order to do the opportunity cost table, how the opportunity cost is found? Foregone units divided by increased units. Foregone units divided by increased units. Right. So we will find the opportunity cost table. Right. So if UK is producing 12 potato, 6 pepper is sacrificed, okay? Therefore, 6 units of pepper sacrificed to do the 12 potato. 12 potato. Here, foregone units divided by increased. 6 units of pepper foregone in order to increase 20 units of potato. Therefore, 1 unit. If 1 unit is produced in potato, how many pepper is sacrificed? 0.5 pepper. Sacrificed to do 1 potato. 1 potato. So if 1 potato is produced, 0.5 pepper is sacrificed. Likewise, if 6 unit of pepper is produced, okay dear, 6 unit of pepper is produced, 12 unit of potato is sacrificed. Therefore, 12 units potato sacrificed to do 6 unit of pepper. Therefore, 1 unit pepper, how many potatoes? 2. So 2 potato to produce 1 pepper. Right? Likewise, Japan, 2 potato to produce 4 pepper sacrificed. 4 pepper sacrificed. So 4 pepper sacrificed to do 2. Therefore, 1 to produce, yeah, 2 pepper sacrificed to produce 1 potato. Likewise, 4 pepper to produce 2 potatoes sacrificed. 2 potatoes sacrificed to produce 4. Therefore, 4 means 1 pepper to produce 0.5 potato to produce 1 pepper. This is how you want to do the table, opportunity cost table. Right. Okay. If country wise you want to do the opportunity cost table, because why? If UK producing 12 potato, they can't produce 6. If 6 pepper is produced, they can't do 12. They want to sacrifice these. Okay. Foregone units are there. Therefore, if 12 potato to produce, 6 sacrifice. So 6 over 12. Likewise, you want to find out for the 4 different type of workings to this table. Now, okay, same theory, check which side is product is given. Okay, dear, which side product is given? In this way, dear, column wise product is given. Column wise given. See, column wise given. So column wise, see, opportunity cost means sacrificing unit. Are you willing to sacrifice more to do 1 production? Nope. So you want to sacrifice less. In order to do 1 production, you want to sacrifice less. Here see 1 potato, 0.5 pepper sacrificed. Here 1 potato, 2 pepper is sacrificed. So which is sacrificing less? 0.5. So 0.5. So potato production as 0.5 less. Therefore, which country? UK. So potato has 0.5 pepper sacrifice than 2 pepper. So are you willing to sacrifice 2 pepper? No, 0.5. So you find the country UK. Likewise, see pepper. In the pepper production, are you willing to sacrifice 2 potato, 0.5 potato? So 0.5 potato is easy. I mean, it's less sacrifice. Therefore, you can see which country. Right. Now you found which country is comparative advantage for which production, right? So you are going to tell UK is comparative advantage for the production of potato and Japan is comparative advantage for the production of pepper. Therefore, UK will produce more potato and export to Japan. And Japan will produce more pepper and that pepper can be exported to UK. So, one depending on another, they can specialize in one certain product. Then depending on 2, they can choose what is their best product. Accordingly, they can produce and export. So, UK can produce potato and it can be given to Japan. They can export. And from the Japan, they can import what their pepper production. That's how you want to solve if the international trade question is given to you all. Right? So I talk about comparative advantage theory under international trade. Okay, you want to calculate and write something about this table. Okay, as I said, UK comparative advantage for potato, Japan comparative advantage for pepper, then UK export potato and import pepper from Japan. Like you want to finalize, you want to give the conclusion. then only the exact marks will be provided. So by the way, question number 5 is done. Right, so we are moving into the point. Question number 6. It's about national income accounting. Right. So it's about section C. Here it is given for 20 marks. The calculation is also given, right? Okay, let's see how to find this national income accounting. Very first question is about identify 3 main uses of national income accounting. Okay, dear. Identify 3 main uses of national income accounting, right? So what are the uses? Okay, basically, if you take one business firm, they also prepare the financial statements, okay, as you know now, right now, regarding these income statement and statement of financial position. Why are they doing this statement? To find out their profit, they are to compare with past, to focus about future. Likewise, an economy is also preparing national income accounting, right? Okay, to know the value, right? Okay, to know the value, what they did in the last time period. So they can understand the economic performance, okay, to find out how they have performed. Okay, they can forecast how the economic agents are doing. What are the economic agents? Household, a business firm, government, a foreign sector, how are they performing? So you can predict your future. Right, okay, you can plan about your future, what will be happening, and you can compare with your past performance. Okay, you can compare with your past performance whether you have improved significantly or there is any weakness. And also you can compare with other economic countries. So these all are the main uses you can find under national income accounting, and you can find out the growth rate, GDP growth rate, per capita income. Okay, likewise, we can find out how much export is done, import is down, how much debt payable, interest paid, what is the highest component of the revenue. Likewise, there you can find out many things. But here, national income accounting, basically we prepare and find out how much we have earned finally. Okay, there are some other why they prepare the statement. There are the many statement I said, okay. It's about the balance of payment. Okay, what is about balance of payment, which is prepared under international trade, right? Likewise, they can get to know what is their production value through this national income accounting. Like there are other different statement. Okay, I'm talking about general thing. Now to this national income accounting, what I said earlier, to compare with your other countries, to forecast about your future performance. Currently, how much is your performance? What is your gross production growth rate, per capita income? Okay, what is the total amount of gross national income you earned? Likewise, the basic things you can find from the national income accounting. So like the balance of payment, which is done under international trade, you can find out how much export is done, import is done. Likewise, there are other separate statement they prepare. Okay, now the first one is about uses, right? Uses. And B is about explain what is meant by purchaser's price in national income accounting. Okay, dear. So B is about national income accounting, right? Okay. Under national income accounting, what is the purchaser's price? Okay. First one is the basic price. Basic price කියන්නේ මොකද්ද පුතේ? What is basic price? Gross value added. Okay, the value added at basic price. Just it is just now it is past the production process. So the worth of the value what you add. Okay, what is the value addition given to the production through the production process? Okay, dear. So once the intermediary good is purchased, you will convert into the output. Okay, the gross value output. So from the gross value output, if you deduct the intermediary good, then gross value added is found. That is a basic, how much value is added to the production. Okay, through the support of land, labor, capital, entrepreneurship. So through that basic price, now when it is given to the market, tax on product is added. Tax on product is added, subsidy on product is deducted. Okay, dear, with basic price, tax on product is added, subsidy on product is deducted. Then this is known as producer price. Okay, I talked about basic price. Okay, basic price is the value addition given to the production after removing the intermediary good. Okay, dear. So once one output is done, so once one output is done, from that intermediary worth is taken out, then the value added done by us. How the value added is done? Through the support of land, labor, capital, entrepreneurship. Okay, so like that way, how, what is the rent given, interest given, salary given, profit given, plus the depreciation of the capital, that is the worth what we have added to the production. Okay, so that is a worth we added. So that production, when it comes to the market, you want to pay tax on product. Okay, and if any subsidy is given to you, okay, then no need to collect from the price, right? Then it is known as producer's price. But my question is, what is the purchaser price? Okay, what is the purchaser's price? Yes, what is the purchaser's price? Okay, now he's the producer. Purchaser means who is finally taking the product. Purchaser price. Okay, dear, finally who is taking the price. So from the producer, when it passes to the purchasers, there are the intermediary people who are the retail, wholesale people, retail people. So they will add their trade margin. They will add their trade margin, their profit. Okay, from the producer, you want to sell the product. Okay, you want to sell the product through the intermediary people who are basically well known as wholesale people, retailers. So they will add their profit, trade margin. And there can be the transportation cost. Okay, they can't carry by hand and give transportation cost. Okay, transportation cost. If any subsidy is given, okay, if any subsidy is given to the trader, okay, dear, to the trader on behalf of the consumer, that subsidy will be deducted. But this subsidy is given to whom? Producer. But this subsidy is given to the trader. Okay, on behalf of whom, dear? Consumer. Trader kiyane, he is the trading people, ne pute wholesaler, retailer. If any subsidy is given, you can deduct it. Okay, Therefore, producer's price is the market price that is ready to be saleable. But that product, when it is given to the consumer, you want to meet some certain steps, okay? You want to face something else. So there are the trading people, right? Okay, they will add their margin. There, if any transportation cost, they will add. If any subsidy is given to the trade on behalf of the consumer, that will be removed. Okay, already that is taken from government, right? If any tax is to be taken from consumer, if any tax is to be taken from consumer, then you want to add in your price, then purchaser's price comes. Okay, dear. So on behalf of consumer, if any tax is to be collected, so you can add. Then only you can find out what price, purchaser's price. Okay. So gross value added means what is the value you add by your own to the production after deducting the intermediary product. That is through the support of what? Land, labor, capital, entrepreneurship. So the payment which is given is the value added to the production, right? So rent, salary, interest, profit, and the depreciation of the capital asset. That is your basic price added just now past the production. So when it comes to the market, on producer, tax is imposed, and if any subsidy is given to the producer, that can be taken out. So that is the market price ready to be given. But when it is ready to be given, that is not directly gone to the consumer. So it is to be passed some steps. So through the trading people. So trading people, they add their profit, and any transportation cost also they will cover up from the price. And if any subsidy is given to the trade on behalf of the consumer, then no problem, already collected from someone else, so that will be deducted. But any tax you want to collect from the consumer, then you will add to the price, then it will be given to the purchaser, consumer. That is the final price. Okay, there are three price I said. One is the basic price. Another one is about producer price. And the third one is about purchaser's price. Okay, right. Now how the national income accounting is tested through some information, right? Okay, gross value added, GDP, GNI asked. You are given the following hypothetical data relating to national accounting of an economy for a period of 1 year given, right? Okay. Can you guess under which type of national income accounting is this tested? Because employment compensation, gross operational surplus, mixed income, other taxes. There are three approaches. Okay. What are the three approaches? One is about production approach, another one is about income approach, another one is about expenditure approach. Okay, this is under which category? Income approach. Okay, gross operational, mixed income, other taxes all are given, right? What is employment compensation? All the benefits given to the employee, salaries and wages, employer participation in EPF, ETF, any relief allowance, okay, compensation given to the employee. Likewise, whatever the financial benefit you get from the job, that is known as employment. Gross operational surplus. Okay, I will come to the point here. Right. So very first one is employment compensation, and number 2 is about gross operational surplus. Under these two things are added, net operational surplus and fixed capital consumption. Fixed capital consumption. Okay. Third one is about mixed income. And the fourth one is other taxes minus subsidies. Okay. So what is employment compensation, right? Okay. Employment compensation is about all the benefit, I mean, what you get from your job. Okay. As I said, the salaries, social contribution participated by employer. He pays EPF and ETF, right? Employer. Any gratitude payment, flood relief, allowance, insurance, like anything, the financial benefit is given to the employee, that is added under employment compensation. Right. Then gross operational surplus, under that, what is this? A fixed capital consumption. Fixed capital consumption, you know the word, but not in this term. Depreciation, right? Okay. But we do not use the word as a depreciation. Okay. In central bank annual report, it is given as fixed capital consumption, right? Not depreciation, but for your understanding, remember it is about depreciation, right? Fixed capital consumption. Then what is this net operational surplus? Okay. Net operational surplus, there are three: rent income, interest income, and corporate profit. It is about what? Corporate profit. Okay. Employment compensation is about all the benefits given to the employee, and gross operational surplus adding to net operational surplus and fixed capital consumption. Net operational surplus adding three. One is the rent, another one interest, one is corporate profit. Corporate profit is the profit earned by corporate companies. Okay. From the profit earned, okay dear, from the profit earned, they do three things with this profit. They pay tax, corporate tax they pay, and they give some of the profit as dividend, and some profit they keep for their purpose, for the future purpose, that is known as retained profit. Okay, that they will add as the retained profit. Net operational surplus, rent income, interest income, corporate profit. So these three things added, I mean, out of the earned profit, first they pay tax, corporate tax they want to pay. From the balance, one part they will give to dividend, some to the shareholders. They provide some part of dividend, and not all the profit. Some balance they keep for their future purpose to the business, that is known as retained profit. Okay, but in the environment or the economy, not only the corporate companies are existed, there are other balanced institutions. Okay, sole proprietorship, partnership, joint venture, all other income added here under the mixed income. Okay, mixed income. And fourth one is about other taxes and subsidies. Okay, other taxes. So in the business, government do not impose tax to the product they produce. They can charge other taxes from their activities, like when they register the land and building, okay, register the business name, stamp duty. If they go for any official foreign tours, from that, if any tax is collected from the other activities, they are other taxes minus other subsidies. Other subsidies, not to do the production directly, for other encouragement, like to do training, encourage them to do the recycling, to get the disabled into the job. Likewise, for any other activities, any subsidies are given, that is other subsidies. Okay dear, other subsidies, other taxes minus other subsidies. But tax subsidy, directly tax subsidy is the word given, that is on product. Tax is imposed on product. Subsidy is given on the product. This is for other activities, okay? If tax is charged from other activities like stamp duty, foreign tours, stamp duty, register business license, on that anything is charged, other taxes. Likewise, other subsidies for other activities, if that is given, kya pute? Other subsidies, okay? If these four things are added, your answer will be GVA at basic price, okay? GVA at basic price. Okay, shall we do now? Compensation is given 1,200. Gross operational together, everything together, ne pute? Everything together, it is given 1,300. Mixed income, 1,100. Other taxes less subsidy given, 700. So altogether, GVA. Altogether, GVA can be found. Okay, in rupees million given, so you must to state in million, right? Okay, then if you add together 1,200, 1,003, 1,100 and 700. Yeah, if I'm correct, rupees 4,300 million, right? Because million is given. Okay, next question they asked about the GDP at market price. Yes, GDP at market price. For that, net tax is adjusted. Net tax. Tax. Okay, this is other tax. This is net tax directly on the production. This is given 400. So if 400 is adjusted, then rupees 4,700 million comes. It is your GDP. GDP at market price. GDP at market price 4,700. After that, GNI is tested. GNI means there is primary, net primary income from ROW, right? Net primary income means primary income received. Primary income received, primary income paid. You want to remove, okay, dear? Received is given 800. Primary income paid is given 900. So here the minus answer comes. 100 less because net answer here, the paid answer in bracket is greater. Therefore, your final answer is 4,600 million. That is your GNI at market price. Okay. Therefore, employment compensation, gross operational surplus, mixed income, other taxes minus other subsidy. If these four things are added, it is about your GVA. If net tax is added, okay, adjusted, net tax is adjusted, then the answer comes for GDP. Net primary income from ROW. Net primary kya pute? Received minus paid. That is known as net primary income. Sometimes they can directly give you net primary income. If minus given, deduct it. Plus given, add it. But here we need to find it. Therefore, no problem. Received is given, paid is given. We deduct net answer in bracket 100. So we need to subtract. Then 4,600 comes. That is GNI at market price. Okay. So it is how the national income accounting is calculated under income approach. There are three approaches. Okay, basically now this is most probably tested, I think so, right? There are three. It can be the expenditure or the income or the production. So it is about income approach. Okay. So last thing given in the paper, what are the three withdrawals factors in national income accounting? Right. So what are the withdrawals? Withdrawals kya hai? Outflows. Okay. I think you all understood this. I'm going to raise. Right. So here withdrawals is asked, and I will say, let you know also about what are the injections also, okay? Remember, there are the letters S, T, M equals I, G, X, right? Savings, tax, import. Savings, tax, import. These three are the withdrawals. Outflow, we can say outflow. Right? I, investment. G, government expenditure. X, export. Okay? These all are the injection. Inflow. So if the economy is in the equilibrium point, your withdrawals will be equals to injection, right? Withdrawals will be equals to injection, right? Savings, tax, import, right? Savings, tax, import, these three are the withdrawals. They are known as outflow. Okay, if the economy is in the equilibrium point, it will be equals to the injection, investment, government expenditure and export. Therefore, what is the requirement here asked about? What are the withdrawals? Okay, dear. So, savings, government tax, import in 3 R's. So, you can state 3. So, that 3 R, if they ask about injection, then it is about the inflow, right? Okay. The paper 2 is completed. So, here what I'm trying to say, you want to, before you go to examination, remember about what are the economic system, what are the basic economic problems, and PPC, how some of the basic economic things are tested on PPC, right? Full employment, unemployment, likewise check from that. What is scarcity, opportunity cost? Okay, what is opportunity cost? And economic goods, non-economic goods. What are the resources, land, labor, capital, entrepreneurship? And demand side, what is demand, supply? How the market equilibrium is tested, price elasticity, cross elasticity, income elasticity, likewise. And production theory, okay, diminishing marginal return, the law of returns to scale, what is inflation, general price level. Okay, and after that, this international trade, the table, comparative advantage theory or the absolute advantage theory, and definitely from national income accounting. Also, please study well and go. Definitely, you can score, right? Okay, these are the most tested area. And also, they will test one thing from the central bank report. Okay, I will give you the two data, then one will be tested, right? Okay, if you see the flow of the past year papers, okay? Central bank report will be tested, okay? Now it's we have 2023, the latest report, right? So they can ask one thing about GDP rate. GDP rate, okay dear, GDP rate 23 minus 2.3%, okay? Minus 2.3. Most probably this will be tested, okay dear, GDP rate minus 2.3. And another one is about per capita income. Per capita income. Last time per capita income is tested, but for the 2022, but this time dollar 3,830. Okay, dear, 3,830, right? Dollar, but most probably, I guess GDP rate will be tested, okay, minus 2.3%. According to the 2023 report, okay, this is not estimated by me, CBSL report given data. So GDP growth rate, okay, GDP rate can be minus 2.3%. Per capita income is tested $3,830. Okay, remember these two and go. In MCQ, one will be tested. You can score marks. Okay, most probably GDP rate are minus 2.3. Okay, anyhow, remember these two. So I assume everyone understood my session, right? Okay. And economics is not that much hard, but if you work hard, it is very easy for you all to understand what is this subject. So God bless everyone and be success in your life. Okay, I pray God and get a good results. Okay, not only my subject, all other three remaining together, please pass and go to other two level, be a successful person.